Federal government announces free train rides during the holidays. Nigerian Sovereign Investment Authority partners Rural Electricity Agency for upgrade electrification. Nigerians in last-minute shopping spree ahead of Christmas as financial institutions embark on holidays. This is Business Express on the NTA reaching you from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. I am Musa Abubakar. Let's begin with transportation. The federal government has declared free train movement across the country from December 24th to January 4th, 2022. Statement by the Managing Director, Nigerian Railway Corporation, NRC, Fidet Okiria, indicates that the free train movement, which is in the spirit of the season, is to enable Nigerians celebrate with their loved ones. The ride covers both the standard and narrow gauge across the country. Passengers are, however, advised to ensure that they obtain their tickets from appropriate quarters at no cost to enable them gain access to the train and to also control traffic. COVID-19 protocols are to be adhered to. Akwa Ibom State government plans to recommence the sale of day-old chicks at the government-owned hatchery located at Orion local government area from January 2022 to further boost poultry production in the state. This was made known at the flag-off of sales of Ibom chicken at reduced cost of 2,800 naira as against 4,000 naira in the open market to Akwa Ibom residents for the Christmas and New Year celebrations held in Uyo. Evelyn Badu Ikpo reports.
The yearly Christian festival has come in so many ways for the residents of Akwa Ibom State, and one of it is the commencement of the sale of chicken at subsidized prices courtesy the Akwa Ibom State Ministry of Agriculture. The Akwa Ibom State government has continuously championed the cause for increased food production in Nigeria and in different spheres of agriculture value chain. To increase poultry production and put an end to buying chicks and feeds from neighboring states, the Akwa Ibom State government has officially handed over the state government hatchery located at Mbiaya Uran to a company to recommence production and sales of day-old chicks, feeds, and other items to enhance poultry farming in Akwa Ibom State.
You know, we don't sell anything we are not sure is good for human consumption. This is to also help people to reduce poverty, because something you will have bought at 4,000 and you are buying at 2,800, it will help to reduce poverty.
I'm so impressed about that. The prices are so moderate.
Every family can partake in it.
The sale of chicken will continue at the State Secretariat field in Uyo. In Uyo, Evelyn Badu Ikpo.
It's hours to Christmas and the price of meat is on the high side. But consumers in Akwa Ibom are determined to make the best of the season despite the situation. Koyo Item was at the major market, wet market, and now files in this update for Business Express.
Festive period like this afford people ample opportunity to wine and unwind using variety of dishes. In most of the meals, a source of protein, either meat or fish, is majorly used. However, the price of meat, particularly goat meat and beef, commonly used at ceremonial period like this Yuletide, consumers say are relatively on the high side.
Came to buy meat is so high. It's only God that will help us. So it's times two of what we used to buy.
It's expensive, expensive and small at the same time.
I want to buy food stuff. The goat meat is very expensive. Depends on it's accordingly. Like this one, small like this 1.8. Very, very costly.
But what do dealers or sellers of meat have to say about the hike in prices?
The meat is expensive for us now. That's why we save too. We try to tell our customers so that they should follow us to buy, because the way we buy the meat now is very expensive.
A cow now is about 600, 700,000 that we bought it. Then if you bought it like that to sell it, even the consumer, the people that consume it, they are unable to purchase it.
We are buying it now is 39,000, 40,000. They are too expensive.
Good meat is too cost. Everything is cost. Pure water now, 10 naira now, we are buying 20 naira.
And the price of goods that we just buy is almost cost is 35,000. But last year, we bought it 28,000, 25,000. But this year, especially this Christmas time, we bought it 35,000. The list price is 35,000.
However, consumers are determined to make a good time out of the season in Calabar. Nkoyo Etom.
Still with the markets and what people are buying ahead of Christmas. Here's a graphic summary of some major commodities at Gariki Market here in the Federal Capital Territory. Globally, December is the time people spend the most on travel, food, clothing, virtually everything. Now, after the celebrations, what next? Taifa Abraham is a doctor of economics and joins me to take a look at what Nigerians are spending on as we enter the longest holiday season this side of the planet. Dr. Taifa, you're welcome.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, before we start, let's take a look at this trending video.
You wanna G with the big boys. Now you don't get it, you don't get enough with drink with that top cup. Hey, check and see how this thing goes. Oh, you tell them I hope Andrew. And who?
Okay, a long January, you might say, but first, what are Nigerians actually spending on, and is COVID a determinant factor?
Okay, thank you. Well, generally, the Christmas season is one where consumer demand is in a rush, for basic items, consumables. So seasonally, if you look at inflation on a seasonal basis, generally prices increase during festivities, not just Christmas, but Salah, Valentine, and any time, even October 1st, any major celebration, there's increase in general prices. But for Christmas, it is significant because it ends the year and leads to a new year. And consumer behavior has this old habit of failing to build in the expected demand for December. And so they allow everything on the last week of November. So this contributes to the rush. If people are able to plan to smoothen their consumer demand, to attend to those demands in March, June, July, August, September, the rush we see in December will not be there. So generally, the increases in prices will be attributable to the season, to the Yuletide period. But again, as you see in your early report, all those commodities that the price have increased, rice, beans, these are sold in markets where VAT is not applicable. So imagine by the time you move to the organized supermarket, you see how these prices begin to change. So generally, the increase in price is as a result of the demand, yes, but there's also slow shortage in the supply side because all these goods come from the rural areas, Zamfara, Benue, Plateau, everywhere. And the supply of these goods from the rural market to the city has been affected by insecurity and infrastructural insufficiency to move goods from farm to market. So generally, this price is expected, but it's something that we hope we can be able to adjust with using the limited income that we have.
Okay, if you notice in the trending video, there's 5 weeks in January.
Yeah, I think I could relate. That's why you saw me smiling in the beginning. 5 weeks in January means if you put out all your income for consumables for just because of December 23rd to January 31st, then you'll be faced with 5 weeks of waiting. You know, in the holy books, Joseph said there'll be some weeks of surplus and some weeks of dryness. So that video reminds us of the 5 weeks of dryness that will be associated with January. So the caution there is, as you spend, make some provision for savings for January, especially building the cost of school fees, house rent, servicing of vehicles, because these are major expenses that will chop off your income and they make you have that income shock for January, if not adequately planned for in December.
Okay, they always say prepare ahead for the holidays, but aside travels, why do we have to trunk the market at once?
Because of the seasonality of income. And again, some goods and services, especially like rice, beans, yam, stuff like that, if you buy them in bulk in March, if you buy them in bulk in June or July, some people have the challenge of storage. And don't forget, even the farmers who sell these things, they've understood the market. So they control their supply of harvest to the market, because already farmers suffer a lot of post-harvest losses. So if they harvest 1,000 bags of rice, for instance, they will look for a way to store about 900 bags, sell the other 100 throughout the month and year, and then release 900 around that September, October, where they can take advantage of increase in demand, because even farmers are becoming smart thanks to extension workers, thanks to smart farming, thanks to all the work agricultural extension workers are doing. So the farmers also understand the market and they are following the supply based on the demand cycle.
Okay, Nigeria, like in other climes, where this season you see price of goods going down, it's not like that here. Why is it?
Yeah, it's not like that here because for now, our buffer, you know, the way we save foreign, we have foreign reserve, we have national savings to bring out in times of decrease in global crude oil price or economic recession period. That's how we're supposed to have a very good economic planning around the agriculture sector. The African Development Bank president will always tell you that unless we begin to see agriculture as a business, we'll still be doing this agric as a culture. Rather, we're supposed to move to agric as a business. So it's important that once we understand that the agricultural sector is also a business sector, they'll begin to have buffers to store mangoes, oranges, all those and cherry fruits in period of their harvest or surplus, so that when it's time for demand in them, we can be able to smoothen the demand using the storage we've had. So the way we have storage for other aspects of the economy and draw down from them when there's scarcity or shortage, we need to do the same in the agri business, and to see agriculture as a business where farmers are able to afford the best schools and take their children to the best schools, afford very good standard of living. Unless it's like this, we'll continue to have a seasonal cycle around the agricultural sector. And also the agricultural manufacturing link is still weak, where you can be able to transform pineapples into into snack, to convert mangoes into snack. The Nigerian market still has this deficit. So you get mangoes during mangoes and get yams during yams. So agricultural sector, despite all the innovation, is still following this rainfall pattern. And so it's exposed to flood, drought, and all this kind of seasonality in the agricultural sector.
Okay, it seems like there's something in the air that always encourages spending at this time of the season.
Yes, the family, the rush to see family, and then all the hustle from January to November, all of a sudden to chill in December. You know, you want to buy that new car in December. You want to please your children. You want to please everyone, your parents, everybody during that period. You want to change That's when we want to buy new clothes and buy new everything. So that is why the rush comes in. So here's my advice for consumer behavior. If people can study their own consumption pattern and then smoothing out their demand for each of these cluster of goods and services I mentioned, they should be able to address them in March, July, August, September, so that by December that rush will not be there, because increase in demand also spikes increases in prices that we see during the Yuletide season.
Okay, let's see this trending video before we get your perspective.
From the Bible to the Quran, revelation in Jerusalem, Shalom, Salam Alaikum.
Alaikum assalam, Salam Alaikum, Wa Alaikum assalam.
Okay, let's hear your perspective.
All right, great. I love the way Shalom came in from January 10th.
Yes.
Because that was the signal for the guy to hold his peace.
Yeah.
And then, sadly for him, January refused to end.
Yeah.
So the message from this video, which is very important, is that if you don't save, if you don't plan, January will seem endless. Because the demand, landlord will not chill, schools will not chill. And these days, unlike when you and I were children, where they just turn us back from schools, these days they allow the children into the classroom, but they deny them access to learning materials, access to every form of learning, so that your child comes back from school and tells you that, Daddy, Mommy, I was in school, but I wasn't allowed to watch the learning cartoons or to play with other children. Why? Because I didn't pay school fees. Daddy, why have you not paid school fees? So these are the kind of plannings we need to do. Again, let's not forget, we still have today's December 24th. Keeping your spending within your income is very important. And you don't have to make that trip, make that journey if you don't have to, because transportation cost now is also gulping a lot of income. Where it used to be 200 is now 600. Where it used to be 2,000 is now 10,000. If you can hold that travel decision and save up that component of travel, it will help a lot, because you travel, you still spend more. You could just stay back home and send to parents and relatives so that you can have some income to adjust for 2020. Already the federal government has this 2021-2025 National Development Plan that covers for 2022, but it will take time before economic policies start picking up in January. So January is going to come with its seasonal effect of scarcity in income, but accompanied with high increase of you and I wanting more access to goods and services. Your electricity bill will be there, your cable TV will be there, your data for phone and calls will all be there. These things will not slow down. What will slow down is your income, and your part that you can play is to slow down your expenditure so that you can have some savings for January.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Taifa Abraham. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thanks so much.
Now, moving on that note, let's take a trip to the commodities market. President Muhammadu Buhari has promised to ensure that in the last lap of his administration, every day counts in the delivery of public goods. The president stated this when he paid a courtesy visit to the Shehu of Borno, Abubakar Ibn Umar El-Kanami, as part of his official engagements in Borno State.
When I promise, I try to stand by my promise. I assure you that for the time remaining for us, the 17 very old ones will keep on doing our best to make sure, especially the infrastructure, is rehabilitated and built. What this country needs is really the continuous cooperation of the elite.
The House correspondent Adamu Sambo reports that prior to the visit, President Buhari unveiled landmark projects in Maiduguri as efforts progress in rebuilding the ancient city and the entire state. The Nigeria Sovereign Investment Authority, NSIA, is investing more than 10 billion naira in the off-grid renewable space in partnership with the Rural Electrification Agency. The Solar Power Niger program is being launched under the Economic Sustainability Plan and supervised directly by the Vice President, Professor Emir Shibajo. The partnership will see the NSIA creating an initial revolving fund of 10 billion naira for qualified developers to distribute and manufacture solar home systems, while REA under the Ministry of Power will provide technical and advisory support to the NSIA. The investment is targeted at catalyzing 200,000 off-grid connections in the first instance, with a goal of reaching over 500,000 systems from now to 2023. The Board of Union Bank of Nigeria PLC has notified the NGX and Securities Exchange and Exchange Commission that its Investors Union Global Partners Limited, Atlas Mara Limited and other shareholders have reached an agreement with Titan Trust Bank Limited, TTB, to divest their shareholding in Union Bank to TTB. The agreement, which is subject to regulatory approvals and other financial conditions, will upon completion transfer 89.39% of Union Bank's issued share capital to TTB. Both institutions issued a joint statement Thursday on the takeover. And now to the capital market center, perhaps settle at the Nigerian stock market as equities reversed losses recorded Thursday to close positive. The all-share index gained marginally to end the week at 42,262.85 points. 111.8 million shares swapped hands in 2,072 deals, value at 911.9 million naira. Equity capitalization ended at 22.06 trillion naira. Global market update is next with Bosside Abel.
To the global market review. Market players are juggling concerns over coronavirus restrictions and tighter central bank policy, with signs that the heavily muted Omicron strain of the virus is milder than earlier variants. European markets were mixed in a thin trading session on Christmas Eve. FTSE was 0.31% high. Likewise, DAX and CAC 40 at 0.01%. Shares in Asia were mixed on Friday as some major markets in the region, including Hong Kong and Singapore, closed early for Christmas Eve. Hong Kong's Hang Seng Index advanced 0.13% at 23,223.76, while Shanghai Composite depreciated 0.69% at 3,618.05, and the Nikkei also dipped 0.05% at 28,782.59. U.S. stock averages rose for a third day on Thursday as investors looked past earlier jitters about the spread of the Omicron COVID variants. The Dow Jones Industrial Average topped 0.61%, Nasdaq Composite 0.82%, and S&P 500 rose 0.66%. Now, African markets traded mixed, with Namibia's overall index and South Africa's JSE Africa Top 40 posting gains. Tunisia's Tunidex negative, while Nairobi's all-share still maintained previous session. That's the global markets review. I am Bosside Abel. Merry Christmas to you, and don't stop thinking business.
This is where we draw the curtains on this Christmas Eve edition as we make merry. Please be safe out there.
It's all in the air and it's all in my heart. The feeling of anticipation. Let the songs and cheering out everywhere in celebration.
Some go there fry chin chin, some go there fry meat, some go there cook jollof. Me I go chop potato with decorations everywhere, making it very clear.
It's the season and a reason to turn your frown upside down. It's the season and a reason to spread love and joy all around. And a happy New Year. 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 It's the season and a reason to turn your frown upside down. It's the season and a reason to spread love and joy all around. And a happy New Year. And a happy New Year. And a happy New Year.
Compliments of the season, a very Merry Christmas and a most glorious New Year from all of us in NTA.
Everything is architected and designed by the Almighty.
Someone who is a Christian is someone who lives a
The
life
life of
of
Christ.
Jesus Christ. And the
Yes.
life of Jesus Christ is a life of sacrifice.
Yes.
We want to talk about rights, there are obligations. I'm not saying that this government is a saint, very far from it. But there are things that we can do to make it better, and that's the challenge I'm throwing to you. You don't want to build this nation? I don't know where else you want to go. If I had a choice, I'll come back. When I stand outside and I hear what you have to say about this country that I know that I can die for as one, then I'm really sad because you're young. You have education. You have tools. You have a huge future ahead of you. And you're condemning yourself before you started on that journey. So please don't do that. Please don't.
NTA, you can't beat the rich. network service of the NTA.
I've been asking you the same question for over 20 minutes now, and you've not answered. Where is Raymond? I have a big business for him.
And I've been trying to tell you, girl, you will see him very soon, okay? You know what? But just sit there and relax and enjoy some of my fantastic cooking right here, girl. Oh, you're gonna like this, or you're gonna like this. Okay?
So you expect me to eat what you, Siri, have made?
What, girl? Let me tell you something right now. I may not be a ladies' man, okay? But I'm the best cook you've ever seen, girl, okay? Check out this freshly squeezed orange juice and this egusi right here and this. Yeah, girl.
This is not bad.
No, it ain't.
Let me try it.
Go ahead.
But I seriously have a big business for Raymond. Esther.
Yeah.
You're really a good cook.
I told you, girl. I'm the man when it comes to cooking, girl. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why is it so hard?
Is it hard?
Yeah, it's so hard. Can you imagine? Your cousin and his friend, they've really gone insane.
Now, can you guys get out of this place now?
To where in the world? Where would we go to?
Where do you think you're going to?
To your village.
Yo, Papi J. What's up, Governor?
Oh boy, so boy. How you doing now?
Papi J. What's going on? Where's everybody?
Everybody doing now. So boy.
Papi J.
You're welcome, man.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Come on, Papi J. What's going on?
Don't worry, you go soon. The speak grammar.
What's going on?
You go soon. Don't worry.
Papi J, for real?
Yes, for real. When you see real, you go know real. Sugar. Please, sure boy, the armed robber is in the apartment as I'm speaking to you right now. Yes, I'm holding him. He can't run. Raymond, see, leave everything where you do now. Sure boy, the thief, he did here now, so I tell you so. Yes, he did the house. Hey, Jiggy, Dorothy, please, you guys should come out, oh. Short thief is here, short thief is here. Short thief, they here.
Papa J, what's going on now?
Jiggy, no worry, you go know. You the shake short boy, you trust the hand.
Papa, leave him, be a gentleman now.
Jiggy, you never know what happen. When you know what happen, you go know what happen.
Sure boy.
Where is that thief? Where is that thief? Short boy, I want my money this minute. I want my money this minute. Make sure he doesn't run through. You're not even going anywhere. Today, I'm collecting my money. Yes.
Hey, Oga.
Hey, sure boy.
Come on, guys. Sure boy means no harm. This is your business here, man.
If I slap your face with Somalia slap, now map of Africa and I go show for your face. You don't see the game out when they talk for you. Sure boy, I want my 2 million naira this minute.
Oga, my 200K.
All right, it's fine. 2 million, right?
200K.
Okay. Here's my pen.
What do you want to do?
Of course, I'm about to write.
You want to write? You the Christian boy. Who you want to write check for? You want to write face check? Go bounce, abi?
Don't mind him, oh.
No, you say we small children. You want to write check when you know say go bounce, abi?
Okay. I'll just do an online transfer. Would you guys be okay with that?
So, boy, I don't trust you. From here to there, I don't trust you. Even if you do an online transfer, I'm still going to check with my bank before you leave this house today.
Oh, come on, it's a free world. You're free to do that. Your account details, please. Details.
This had better be for real. It had better be for real.
Send it.
I want to see the magic what you want to do now, so boy. I want to see.
Calm down, Governor. Reality.
I've sent it.
Okay. Got it. Fantastic. Which bank? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Send my own too. Plus interest. 50K.
I got you covered. Done.
I'm trying to be patient.
Okay, for you,
I still have to check with my account officer to be sure that this is not a fake notification.
Come on. Feel free to do that. And, done. Go ahead and check it.
Oh, no. Man, guys, Sure Boy is the strongest brother alive, man. 250K, man.
That's what's up, Governor. What's my name?
Sure Boy.
What's my name?
Sure Boy, man.